promoting your live selling event. Well, okay, before we start, I got a lot of questions in the beginning. Why would I go live on my own website or through your system? Why would I not go live straight on Instagram or Facebook and so forth? Because that's where my customers are and all that. Now, there is a pretty good reason for that, because when you go live with Flux Panda, you can still go live on Facebook and Instagram and YouTube, right? Because we have the restreaming, we have the embedding into the Instagram stories and whatever, right? So we have all the tools for you to be multi-channel live. And that's the main concept, right? So it's not only about like adding it to your website or having the player and share a link or something like that, but it's really like putting this player into all places at the same time to maximize your reach. And we've seen that you actually can increase your exposure quite a lot, right? So from going live just on Instagram versus going live on Instagram and Facebook and your website and your app and whatever, it makes sense. You get more people. And that's the idea. That's why, we've built Flux Panda in order to support you to get more reach. Now, the thing is, you still have to do something in order to get the reach, right? We're not bringing you the customers. We're not a marketplace. And Facebook and Instagram, sure, they have direct access to those customers, but by the end of the day, they still decide who they're going to promote it to, and they're still going to make you pay advertising and all that kind of stuff in order to get the word out there. So, and you can use them at the same time, right? So what I'm trying to say is, like, through our solution, you can still benefit from the reach that you can get through Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, whatever, but you can get the benefit out of all of them at the same time. And you can then collect those people into your own Flux Panda player or your website if you want, right? And you have the data in your website, you have the people in your website, you have the orders in your website, and yeah, everything just works the way it usually does. So it makes a lot of sense if you think about it. Let's go to the first one, how you can promote the live, which is of course like an email blast. So email blasts are all right in the sense to get the word out. And if you look at the previous video of the ideas with, like, how you can create some content ideas and all that stuff, I think the emails is a good way to build up the hype before the event, not necessarily when you go live, because you're not checking your email all the time anymore. And that's why it's not the best medium to like promote it at the time of the live, but the build up, to have pre-registrations, to build hype, to give people the information that there is going to be some discounts and all that. Definitely utilize your email database for that, to get the word out and get people excited about what's going to happen when you go live. A sign up landing page, definitely super useful. We have basic sign up on our landing page, right? So where people can pre-register, but then you have to still like reach out to them later on. What I would recommend is to actually utilize your website and create a landing page there. Also can help you to capture some additional information that you want. And then I think what's really important here to consider is, what information do you want to capture in order to reach them in the best possible way when you go live? Again, are you going to ask for the email? Maybe, but that's not the best way to reach them when you go live. So maybe you want to ask instead for their, I don't know, Telegram handle or WeChat account or phone number, or something that allows you to ping them, when you go live and get an instant notification. Have a calendar, add to calendar button there. We have code for all this stuff to integrate into your website, and there are a lot of other services that help you build landing pages. But definitely, I would think about having like a really nice landing page that promotes the event and that allows people to give you the information that helps you to reach them when the time comes. Let them join your group, right? Let them join your Telegram group or your Facebook group or whatever groups you operate, instead of actually collecting their email address. Because in those groups, like all of them, they have an app, they get push notifications when you post, right? So it's a really good way to be close to your customers. So I would definitely use this to promote your live show. Of course, social media posts in all sorts, all flavors, I would say. But definitely, what could be cool is like the announcement, right? So like do a video on how to what's going to happen, right? So have the presenters there, have the special guest there, have the influencer that's going to appear or not appear, promote the whole event, and create some exciting content that you can distribute on social media to build up to the event. Reposting for sure. So if you have any guests that join, or like, people that you are connected with, ask them to repost that to get more reach on the social media. And as mentioned, of course, like all the messenger apps, definitely I would utilize to have people in them in order to be able to message them and reach them. And I think that's, again, goes back to like the beauty of like our Flux Panda player, that with the direct link that you have, you can actually send that link into many groups at the same time, right? So you can send it to your messenger group, to your Instagram group, Telegram group, whatever group, and just people click on the player, watch the live, check out the products, land on your page. It's a smooth transition from one platform to another using our integrations with your e-commerce store. So I would definitely consider that. Website, very important. I would definitely stress on like using your website as a way to like get people onto the live. Now, what happens a lot is that the live is promoted on maybe the homepage on like a banner or something, or there is a specific live page. What I would definitely look at is like have a banner that appears at least when the live is happening or just about to happen, or like a couple of hours before, like on every page of the website, like a push down top header banner, whatever, that says live in, can put a countdown or something like that. Can lead to the player already where the video is playing, or can lead to the landing page to register where they can go into whatever groups and put their numbers and all that stuff. So I would definitely use that, and especially when you're live and you have you have a website with traffic. I mean, every page, right? Because people don't only come through the homepage, they come through search onto inner pages right away. So would definitely use your website and capture the traffic there. Share with discount, something where you can use not only during the live, right, but also before the live, create a shareable link, a trackable link, can be tied to the landing page, right? That when people share it, they can actually get a discount during the live. And again, we have like our coupon generator and the APIs to realize something like this. So get in touch if you want to do something a little bit more advanced like that. But definitely a good way for like having your customers share it with their friends to get more people to the show. Yeah, so this is a bit more about production. It's about the warm-up phase, right? Because what is really important is to have the right equipment, right? Some good lighting, good sound, and the rest will follow, I guess. And like sometimes it's not so much about like having the most complicated setup, but more about an authentic and fun and engaging setup, and maybe the people that are speaking and all that. But the warm-up phase is important, because unless it's like launching the new whatever phone, we might not have like people like waiting there and then like until the thing goes off, right? And or like I'll join in exactly at the point. I think that's what I'm trying to say. So people will come in the beginning, people will come like 10 minutes in, people will come like half an hour in, who knows. So that's why like leading up to it and letting people ease in, at least in the beginning, right? Because you just went live, that helps. So you can have a countdown, you can have a placeholder screen or something like that. What I think is, I wouldn't have like an animation necessarily, like just like an animation itself, but like rather show what's happening, right? So like I think nothing wrong with like showing a studio and like people preparing. It's like when the band starts to play, you have the roadies coming in with the guitars, I guess, right? So it's kind of like building up that excitement. Why not? Restreaming. Okay, so this one I'm gonna show briefly. We have like a whole video just on that, on how to do the restreaming. But essentially what it means is like taking the video that you are publishing on Flux Panda and also restreaming it on social media, Facebook, YouTube, whatever, right? And the way you do this is like simply configuring this for each session on in the session settings. And this is a private session, so I can't show you here. Fine, it's there, trust me. But essentially you put in, and as I said, like I have a whole video just on that, but essentially you can configure to broadcast this video that goes here into Flux Panda and your website and the widget and the player and wherever you deploy that, but also have the video going natively into a platform like Facebook, YouTube, and so forth. Now, the benefit of this is that you will have people potentially discover the live, because those platforms, they like live streams, and they might push them up on the feeds, and then how do you get people back into our player? Because that's kind of like important, because that's where all the fun happens, right? The tools, in terms of like the lucky draws and all that kind of stuff, like the chats, whatever, people joining in, callers and all that stuff. So that's only available in our player, not on the video that's broadcasted, right? So it's a limitation. But the way you can actually fix this is you can have a link to the player URL or the web page where you host our player on those lives, right? And you can pin the comment and you can say, hey, to buy or to participate in competitions, whatever, click here. And then what happens is they're going to click and boom, they're in another environment, which is our player, but they see exactly the same content. In fact, they will actually see the content now in more real time that they would do on a live on YouTube or Facebook, because the technology that we use has half a second latency, right? So it's like super fast, super instant, and that's for all the 1 million people that we can connect into one of the sessions, and it's going to be much more real time, right? So that's why you can use those platforms to broadcast, to get some additional footfall, for a lack of a better word, and yeah, then take them over into the player. And yeah, you can even go live natively with like another phone on Instagram and like promote the actual live from there. So it's a promotional tool. I wouldn't discard to get some people on it. Landing page. Well, you can create a landing page on your website with like listing all the lives, or you can use our player that comes with a landing page. So let me open this one. This is actually my test account, but it has some stuff published, I believe. So this is the direct link to the video, which turns into the live when it's live, or the live when it's live. But then we also have this landing page. So here you can see, yeah, there's this is an upcoming show and there's past shows. And if something is live, it will actually be broadcasted as a live show right away, so you can use our landing page, and link to it. You can open our landing page on the widget on the embedded SDK, or you can also create a page specific to the lives using our embedded SDK, which can look something like that. And you can then launch the lives from there. So anyways, have a landing page to promote your live, and people can find them there. And then, yeah, of course, important, whenever you do go live, in the promotions tab, you will find the recordings that you can download. And then you can use that recording to either edit, re-upload, or share on another platform. And that's also like some good content that you can use. Advertise the video, why not? So what that means is like either the recording you can advertise, or you can even push on Facebook a live stream, right? So like if you use our restreaming, you can stream onto Facebook from Flux Panda. You're live on website, Instagram, whatever, everywhere. You can use Facebook advertising to push that video and promote it, and then you can again get more people onto your Flux Panda player, and yeah, have more traffic. So these are some of the ideas that we have for how to promote your live event. I'm sure there is more, and we really love to hear like what you come up with in order how to get the most traffic onto your live event. Any questions, as always, reach out, and good luck with promoting and selling.